guys, it's Elizabeth from Elizabeth Books, and I'm here today to do the A through Z, like, bookish survey tag thing. So let's get started. A is author you've read the most books from. I'm probably gonna have to say it's Meg Cabot or like Sarah Dessen. I know I've read a lot of Meg Cabot books, so I've read all her Princess Diaries books, like Hands on Fire, Jinx, like the Pop Star one, the Airhead series, Mediator series, Avalon High. Yeah, it's gotta be Meg Cabot. I've pretty much read all her books. I've read her like one Mia's Ransom My Heart book or whatever. I know she's had like an adult book. Oh, I'm reading her her Boy Meets World, Boy Meets Girl series right now. Oh, I've read her like Heather Wells book. Yeah, okay. It's gotta be Meg Cabot. Like, I just know it now. Yeah, I've read like almost all of her books. So B is best sequel ever. Oh gosh, best sequel ever. I don't know. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love that book. That's my favorite Harry Potter book. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That works. Okay, currently reading. Right now, the only book I am reading is Game of Thrones by George R. Martin. A Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm like 100 pages in. Going good. I've been skipping it and reading other books over it, but I mean, these first 108 pages, they were pretty darn good, so I just gotta keep reading this tiny font. But I keep reading other books over the tiny font, so it'll eventually get read, just not sure when. D is drink of choice while reading. I usually like to read like at home, or I like to read like at Barnes & Noble and stuff, so I do like to get like fancy coffees and stuff when I read, but if I don't have that, I just like to drink water. But I can't really drink and read at the same time. My brain doesn't really do that. But yeah, I do like my little coffee and like my pastry and stuff while I read. E is e-reader or physical book. Physical book all the way. I don't really like e-readers. I've never really used one, but I have read a few books on them, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as like holding a book and turning the pages. It was lighter though, but I just love my real books, or my physical books. E-books are real too. F is fictional character you probably would have actually dated in high school. Ron Weasley. Okay. G, glad you gave this book a chance. Oh gosh, I would have to go with Heir Apparent by Vivian Vande Velde? Yes. This book is so awesome. I picked it up at the library once when I was like 13, and I basically stole it from the library. Oh, this is like a library copy, but I didn't steal it from this library. And I gave it back to the other library, but I like borrowed it so much I basically owned it, so then I had to actually buy this, and I bought like a library copy. I don't really know how. H is Hidden Gem book. I'm gonna go with A Taste of Blackberries. It's like such a cute short read, and it's just so sad, and it's such a good book, and I read this in like 3rd grade, and it's like been with me ever since. Like, it's such a powerful, sad read. It like teaches you about friendship and like moving on in life, and it's horrible, it's sad, but like amazing at the same time. I is important moment in your reading life. Oh gosh, I don't know, like probably the Harry Potter series. I'm sure that's like what everybody says, but my mom started reading it to me when I was like 5 or 6. I think 5 is when they came out, and like she would read them every night to us, me and my brother, and it's just like a great memory for me. It made me like want to read, it made me enjoy reading, and after that, because I couldn't really read and write before I was like 6, and after that it just like sparked my interest for reading. I just read so much. I would read every picture book I could get a hold of. I read every chapter book. I did all this AR tests after that, and it just like created the reading monster in me. Finished. I just finished Splendor by in the Lux series. Meh. It was okay. You'll see in my wrap-up. Kinds of books you won't read. I don't really like Western books. I don't really read things that will scare me, so I don't read like horror thriller books that much. And I don't really like fantasy books, so I don't really read those, but if they're really, really, really recommended, I read them. And Harry Potter doesn't count because I love it. L. Longest book you've read. Probably like Harry Potter, like the 5th one's pretty long. I can't really think of anything. I'm reading Game of Thrones right now. That's pretty long, but that's about it. The books I averagely read are like 400 pages. I mean, I've read like the Infernal Devices series, and those have all been about like 500, and I mean, that's about it. I'm not really that cool. M. Major book hangover because of Harry Potter. Nothing will ever fill my heart except Harry Potter. Sad. N. Number of bookcases you own. Just this one behind me. Back home I own like one in my room, and then I had like 3 outside of my room full of books, but here I just had the one, and then on the other side of me, my boyfriend had a shelf, and a few of my books are on it, and like all my cooking books are on a whole shelf, so if you guys want like a cookbook tour, I could do that. I have a lot of fun cookbooks. Oh, one book you have read multiple times. Oh gosh, like I think I've done this before, like talked about it, but like just Sarah Dessen books, Meg Cabot books, Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, like just everything. I reread everything. I can't help it. If I love a book, I just reread it over and over and over. P. Preferred place to read. I like to read like sitting in a chair, like a big comfy chair, like at Barnes & Noble. I don't really like laying in bed and reading, but that's where I read the most. But I do enjoy just like sitting up and reading. Yeah. Q. Quote that inspires you / gives you all the feels from a book you've read. Winter is coming. R. Reading regret. I don't think I have a reading regret. Like, I read books, like, yeah, I can't think of anything. S. Series you started and need to finish. All books are out in the series. I'm reading the Pendragon series and I want to finish that, but I have read them before, so it doesn't really count. What else is there? I don't really know. I'm just reading. T. 3 of your all-time favorite books. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Full Tilt, Heir Apparent, and Dreamland. These are probably, like, besides Harry Potter, these are like my 3 favorite standalone books. There's a few other ones, like I love a lot of books, but I love these books and I recommend them and I want everybody to read them. They're so good. Yay! U. Unapologetic fangirl for, oh my gosh, a lot of things. Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Sarah Dessen, Full Tilt. Full Tilt fan. I'm like the #1 only person in the Full Tilt fan club or something. Like, does anybody else love this book? Please tell me. I love it so much. Very excited for this release more than all of the others. I don't know. I'm not excited for anything that I know of. I'm excited for the new Harry Potter movie. That's not a book. Shh. W. Worst bookish habit. I don't know. Probably just that, like, I feel like I have to read all the time, which probably annoys some people, like my boyfriend. Because when I'm done with the book, I'm like, oh, I need to start a new one. And he's like, you could do other things. And I'm like, yeah, but I feel like I should always have a book started. So I'm always reading. But I do other things, guys. I don't just like sit and read all day. But I do enjoy reading. So yeah. X. X marks the spot. Start at the top left of your book and pick the 27th book. So I had to like count across and then go down, and it was The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. I love this one. This is a really good Sarah Dessen book. Yay! Y. Your latest book purchase. The latest books I purchased were like, I bought stuff, I had like an Amazon haul, and I'll link it below, but those are the latest things I purchased. So there was like Ask the Passenger by S. King, I had like a Peter Pan, yeah, I'll just show you. Snatch Your Book. Last book that kept you up way late. Oh gosh, I did stay up late reading like Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Prince and the Parental Devices series because I really wanted to see how that ended, and that's the latest thing I can think of. But yeah, that was the A through Z bookish survey, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks guys, bye.